Hello, welcome to Digital Signal Processing online lecture series. Myself Reema Rawat from LG Institute of Engineering and Technology. Now, in this session, we are going to see the topic types of sampling and quantization. So, in the previous session, we have seen the Nyquist rate and Nyquist interval concept. Now, in this session, we are going to see which are the types of sampling and which are the types of quantization and what is quantization. So let's start with that. So first of all, let us see types of sampling. So basically, if we classify the sampling, there are basically two types of classification. First one is ideal sampling and the second one is practical sampling. In practical sampling, there are another two types, which are natural sampling and flat top sampling. So let us understand this in detail by watching the diagrams. So if you observe the diagram, here ideal sampling is indicated. So what is ideal sampling? So in this, the analog signal is there, using which the train of impulses takes the samples and it obtains the ideal sampling like this. So as you can see, according to the shape of this signal, that is analog input signal, the sample signal or the train of pulses are indicated, which shows the sampling at the particular instant according to the train of pulses with respect to analog signal. This is called as the ideal sampling. Now, let us see this practical sampling. So in practical sampling, as we have seen, there are two types. First one is natural sampling and the second one is flat top sampling. So if you look at this diagram, here analog input x of t is indicated. Then along with that, the train of digital pulses is indicated. As you can see over here, this is the train of digital pulses. Okay. Now, this indicates the natural sample signal. How it is indicated? So here, the signal is taking the sample according to the input signal and it follows exactly the analog input signal. That means if you observe the waveform, it will be exactly according to the analog input signal. But in flat top sampling is that whenever the train of pulses or the pulse follow the analog input signal, it will have the top flat. That's why it is called as flat top signals. How? So in that, whenever the sample signal follows the analog input signal, that means train of pulses follows the input signal, when it reaches to the maximum level, its top will be flat, irrespective of the analog input signal. Okay. So if you look at this diagram, here flat top sample signal is indicated. As its top is flat, it is called as the flat top signal. Right? This flat top signal and the natural sample signal are indicated over here. Now, let us see the next one, that is quantization. So first of all, let us see what is quantization. So basically, quantization is a process of rounding off or approximation. As we say that to convert analog signal into digital signal, we perform sampling, quantizing and encoding. The second step is quantization after sampling. So quantization is basically called as the rounding off of the value or approximation of the sampled value. So quantization is basically representing the sampled values of the amplitude by a finite set of levels, which means converting a continuous amplitude sample into a discrete time signal. Okay? So let us see how it can be represented. So here the graph is indicated where input versus output graph is shown. Here, if you look at this diagram, one signal indicates the continuous analog signal x of t and its quantized signal or its staircase representation is indicated. Now what is this staircase representation? So this staircase representation is basically a quantized signal or approximated signal based on which approximation is done and encoding is done, and it is taken as a reference from the analog input signal or as continuous time signal. So by taking the reference values, the quantization is done. Here every quantized signal or the staircase representation of the signal has its step size. So this step size is required and it is a basic parameter which decides the quantization error or quantization efficiency. So for that we need to understand the types of quantization. So let us see which are the types of quantization. So basically there are two types of quantization. First one is uniform quantization and the second one is non-uniform quantization. So what are the differences between these two? So as the name suggests, uniform quantization must have something which is uniform and non-uniform quantization has something which is not uniform. So what is this parameter which is not uniform or uniform in this types of quantization? So this quantity or this parameter is step size in this case. So in a quantized signal, if step size is constant throughout the entire region of the analog input signal, it is called as uniform quantization. And if the step size is not constant throughout the entire region of the input signal, it is called as non-uniform signal. So basically the ideal condition is that the step size is not meant constant. Why it is ideal condition? Because if step size is not constant, it can be changed or you can say increased or decreased according to the analog input signal, which is the exact approximation of the signal. That means in the areas where we require to increase the size according to the input signal, it can be increased. In the areas where we want to decrease the size, then we can also decrease. And based on that, the exact approximated signal is obtained from the original analog signal. So uniform quantization is a signal where step size is constant irrespective of the input signal and it is constant throughout the entire input range. Whereas in non-uniform quantization, the step size is variable according to the input signal. This is the basic difference between these two types of quantization. Now let us see the uniform quantization. So in uniform quantization, there are basically two types. First one is mid-thread quantization and the second one is mid-riser quantization. So what are these two quantization types? So basically, whenever you consider a step, let's say for example you consider a step like this and it is given the rising portion like that, right? So the flat portion of the step is called as thread and the straight rising portion is called as the riser, which gives you rise from one step to the other. Alright? So whenever from the thread, that means the flat portion, if it is cut to the half, that means if the center of the thread portion from a step is at the origin, then it is called as mid-thread quantization. And if the riser part of a step is cut to the half or as its center is at the origin, it is called as a mid-riser quantization. So here let us look at first one, mid-thread. So here input versus output characteristics is indicated. If you look at the origin, you will see that the flat portion is at the center, that means it is cut to the half and it lies in the origin. So here you will have the flat portion s by 2 and minus s by 2 like that. And it will go on like that 3s by 2, 5s by 2 likewise. And the complete entire step size is called as S, which is indicated over here S, 2s, 3s, 4s likewise. Same way, look at the mid-riser quantization diagram. So in mid-riser quantization, the rising portion is cut to the half and it is lying at the origin. So here we will have that part s by 2, 3s by 2, 5s by 2 likewise, and the negative part minus s by 2, minus 3s by 2, minus 5s by 2 likewise. And the entire step size is taken as s, which is s, 2s, 3s, 4s likewise. As you can see, that is on the x-axis. And on the negative x-axis, that is minus s, minus 2s, minus 3s, complete step size. Okay? So these are the types of uniform quantization, mid-trend and mid-riser. Now, in non-uniform quantization, there are no such types because in non-uniform quantization, step size is not constant. It is variable according to the input signal. But while using non-uniform quantization, two main errors which appears using uniform quantization can be avoided. That means if the signal is constant throughout the region, the signal will hunt above and below the original signal levels, which is not required. That means in that region, the step size should be as small as possible. Okay? As well as whenever the input signal is very large, if small step size is there, it will miss out some portion. Okay? So, which is called as slow overload error. So, when using uniform quantization, we will have two types of errors. First one is slow overload error and the second one is granular noise. Okay? So, these two noises can be avoided when we use non-uniform quantization. That means whenever the signal has a higher level, that means input signal is higher, we can make the step size bigger to cover it. And when the signal is almost constant in a particular region, we can take step size as small as possible to take the exact values. So it is desired to use non-uniform quantization to make the output error less and more effective quantization. So I hope that the types of sampling and the types of quantization and the differences from all of this is clear to you now. Let us see quantization error now. So basically, what is quantization error? So the difference between an input value and its quantized value is called as the quantization error. That means when we perform quantization, we have two values. First one analog input signal and the second one is its quantized signal. Whatever the difference between these two levels is called as the quantization error. So here the original and quantized signal is indicated and based on that here quantization error is indicated. Okay? So this quantization error indicates that there are some regions or some levels that are missed by the approximated signal and because of that the error appears. Here if you look at the original signal, it is indicated like analog form and its quantized signal, that means approximate staircase representation is indicated along with that. And whatever the pulse flow data that quantized signal misses is called as the quantization error. Okay? So observe this diagram, you will by default understand what is quantization error. These are the references that you can refer through. And I hope that the concept of this is clear. Thank you. Thank you for listening and thanks for watching.